everyone, my name is Alec. I'm speaker 1. Greeting and introduction. Good afternoon, Honorable Administrator, esteemed opponents, and everyone present. Today, the affirmative team support the motion. This is House believes that personal gadgets such as smartphone and tablets should be completely banned from the classroom. We believe that TC device, while seemingly convenient, pose significant threats to effective learning by introducing discretion, inequality, and unhealthy habits that undermine the educational process. As the first speaker, I will provide definition outline or stance and present our main argument in detail to demonstrate why a complete ban is not only necessary but beneficial for fostering a focused and equitable learning environment. Definition and scope. For clarity in this debate, personal gadget are definition as portable electronic devices such as smartphones and tablets that students bring into the classroom for personal use, including communication, entertainment, or casual browsing. Three are distinct from school-profit devices, which are not the first here. A complete ban means a total prohibition of these personal gadgets from classroom during all school hours, including breaks and lessons to ensure they do not influence the learning space in any way. This is ban applies universally to all students regardless of age or grade level to maintain fairness and eliminate potential loopholes. Affirmative team stand and structure. Our stand is that personal gadget significantly distract from the classroom experience by causing distraction, enabling casting, promoting social media education, and recording face-to-face interaction, ultimately leading to poorer academic outcomes and social development. Instead of relying on imperfect monitoring or selective use, a complete ban will create a level playing field where all students can thrive without technological interference. Today, I will present our first argument. In depth and my time will educational point including able to uncontrollment. Consolation. To conclude, the perfect education from personal gadgets make a complete ban essential for restoring focus in the classroom. Without this device, students can dedicate their full attention to lesson, leading to improved academic performance and a more productive educational experience. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable English teacher Frau Ina and friends. I'm Keisha Liva Febriani as the first speaker from opposing side and would like to present several arguments. Standing here as the first speaker of the negative team, I strongly oppose the motion that personal gadgets such as smartphones and tablets should be completely banned from the classroom. While our opponents argue that gadgets only bring distraction, cheating, and inequality, I stand here to show you that banning them is not the solution. Instead, gadgets are essential tools in modern education, and a ban would be a step backward. We live in a digital age. From university to workplace, technology is at the center of almost every activity. Research or communication and even basic tasks are now done through digital devices. If we ban gadgets in classroom, we are preventing students from adapting to the reality they will face outside. A report from the World Economic Forum in 2020 where even has cited that digital literacy is one of the top 10 essential skills for the future of work. How can students develop digital literacy if we take away the very tools that allow them to practice it? Banning gadgets might create silence in the classroom, but it creates weakness in the future. Second, gadgets are not merely distraction; they are powerful tools for learning. With just one device, students can access thousands of journals, ebooks, and education videos and interactive applications. They can learn language with apps, simulate science experiments virtually, and collaborate with trusted online platforms. Let me give you an example. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when schools were forced to close, gadgets became the brainwave between teacher and student. Without gadget, education would have collapsed. They show you that gadgets are not enemies of learning, they are lifelines for learning. Why should we suddenly treat them as threat in the classroom when we already know how much potential they have for impacting education? Banning gadgets in the classroom is not the answer. Gadgets are the very tool that prepare students for the digital age, and they provide endless opportunities to expand learning beyond the four walls of the classroom. Therefore, as the first speaker of the negative team, I firmly stand against this motion. What students need is not a ban but proper guidance to use gadget responsibility and productivity. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Silma Trianita, I am second speaker. Building on our first speaker, detailed explanation of how personal gadget has direction that undermine focus. I will explain our case by delving into additional argument and directly rebutting potential counter-argument from the opposition. Our second argument is that personal gadget enable and normal cheating during academic integrity and creating inequities among students. With smartphone and tablet, students can easy access to know how to harvest information during tests, such searching from answer online, using hidden application for calculation or sharing answer via message platform. This not only develops the effort of many students but also disadvantage to without access to the device or reliable internet, often from lower socio-economic background. Additionally, we argument that personal gadgets exacerbate social media and education and diminish essential face-to-face interaction, leading to long-term social and emotional harm for teenagers. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat encourage constant validation-seeking behavior, where students obsess over likes and followers, often at the expense of real-world relations. Studies from the Journal of Adolescence also that excessive social media use like link to increase anxiety, depression, and loneliness, within spending average of 7 until 9 hours daily on screen. Counter-argument. Opponent might claim that not all students may use gadgets, so blatant ban is overly punitive and increase individual responsibility. Rebuttal. This argument fails to address the broader classroom dynamic, even if only a minority view the present creates an environment where cheating and direction are possibility, affirming the entry class more and performance. Solution. In solution, personal gadget not only enable cheating and deepen inequalities but also full social media addiction and error face-to-face interaction, all of which can be resolved through encompassing ban. This step will come a classroom where students can focus, collaborate, authoritative, and develop qualities. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to express my gratitude to our friends and our esteemed teacher for giving me the chance to speak as the second speaker. My name is Elvina Moseka, and I will further elaborate on their benefits and directly address the counter-arguments raised by the affirmative team. Our stance remains that the complete ban is an overreaction that ignores the transformative role of technology in education, and instead we advocate for responsible integration. Our second argument is that personal gadgets excel in supporting collaborative projects and teamwork, skills that are increasingly vital in today's interconnected world. Apps like Google Docs, Slack, or collaborative platforms enable real-time sharing of ideas, joint editing, and virtual meetings, allowing students to work together seamlessly even outside traditional classroom hours. Research from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development indicates that students engaged in TEACH-facilitated group work demonstrate improved communication and problem-solving abilities, with collaboration scores rising by 30% in gadget-enabled environments. Additionally, we argue that personal gadgets enable personalized learning tailored to individual students' needs, promoting inclusivity and innovation. Educational apps can adapt to different learning styles, visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, providing customized content, quizzes, and pacing. For students with disabilities, features like voice-to-text, screen readers, or magnification tools make learning accessible in ways traditional methods cannot. A report from the U.S. Department of Education shows that gadget-integrated classrooms see 15 to 20% improvement in outcomes for the first learners, including those with special needs. For example, a dyslexic student might use a tablet app for text-to-speech during reading assignments. The affirmative team argues that gadgets cause distraction and cheating, justifying a complete ban. While distraction and cheating are concerned, they stem from poor management rather than the device themselves. Schools can implement clear policies, such as tech-free zones during tests or apps that block non-educational sites, effectively mitigating risks. A study from the Journal of School Health found that with proper guidelines, gadget use actually reduces off-test behavior by 40% as students engage more deeply. The affirmative team claims that gadgets lead to social media addiction and reduce face-to-face interaction. This perspective ignores the positive social aspect of gadgets, such as connecting students globally for cultural exchange or virtual study groups. Moreover, addiction is not inherent to device, but to how they are used. Teaching digital citizenship, balancing screen time with offline activities, equips students to manage this. In summary, personal gadgets are powerful enablers of collaboration, personalized learning, and accessibility, offering benefits that far outweigh the manageable risks. A ban would be a step backward in educational progress. That is, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Rizky. Speaker 3. Greeting and summary of argument. As the third speaker for the affirmative team, I will summarize our comprehensive arguments and reinforce or defend the personal gadgets, such as smartphone and tablet, should be completely banned from the classroom to protect and enhance the learning experience. Summarizing key points. Firstly, our first speaker details how personal gadgets cause relentless distraction support by study showing reduced cognitive capacity and lower academic performance, emphasizing the need for a brain to restore focus. Secondly, our second speaker explored how this device facility cheating racing incidents and ambiguities that undermine integrity, and arguing that a ban promotes fairness. Lastly, we highlight the danger of social media addiction and diminished face-to-face interaction, backed by evidence of increased mental health issues and stress that banning gadgets protest healthy social development and real-world connection. Addressing the opposition claims, our opponents might contend that gadgets are indispensable tools for research, collaboration, and personal learning, and the focus be on teaching response rather than learning. However, as we have demonstrated, the inherent risks of misuse, distraction, cheating, and addiction cannot be fully mitigated through education or monitoring alone. Study consistently show that even with digital citizenship program, gadget-related disruption persists, proving that when efficient for and focus education. Closing statement. To conclude, personal gadget disrupt learning, promote dishonest and isolate students while the academic road. Thank you.